As chair of the Food and Beverage Tax Advisory Commission, I'll call this meeting to order. Now, the adoption of agenda. How many was that item? We don't adopt our agenda necessarily.
That would be if you guys saw anything on the agenda that you'd like to change. So if there was anything off the bat that you knew you'd want to table or address.
I see nothing of that sort. Does anybody else?
Nope. No.
All right, so we'll do the roll call.
No, I do apologize. This is my first time at this meeting.
Yeah.
So I am able to do the roll call. That's not a problem at all.
No apologies. I don't even know everybody.
Perfect. Well, hey, a great opportunity for me to get to meet everyone.
Just throw out a name and if
Yep.
someone answers.
Chairman Ruff.
Here.
Perfect. Chairmember Thomas or Counselor or Commissioner Thomas.
Here.
Oh, virtual.
Ah.
Okay, there we go.
Virtual.
Oh. Counselor Munson mentioned she'll be late. Chairmember Knapp.
Here.
Chairmember Bush.
Mine.
Chairmember Bell. So I think
That's it?
Cassidy. Yeah. Cassidy as well.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry about that. And then Chairmember Bush.
You already called her?
I did.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're good, we're through it.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. So the first item, the recommendation regarding city funding of proposed CIB budget. Is who's going to sort of be the facilitator for that item?
It'll be me, Jeff Underwood, Controller, Assistant Treasurer for the CIB. We come before you for your review of the 2025 CIB budget, and I'll be brief. The total amount is $899,400. That's broken out to $1,000 for supplies. In category 3, professional services internal, for legal representation and staffing, $144,900. And again, they provide all of the staff support, taking the meeting minutes as well as the legal. So it's much more than just straight legal. Controller, 71.5, that's a sub total of 216.4. Professional fees external, the owner's rep, this is JS Held. They represent us with the construction part of this for $320,000. The website and maintenance of that for $2,000, and then other, which is the newer part of this is as we move into construction, the finish up the design, we have $200,000 for testing and environmental, $60,000 for commissioning, and $100,000 for utility relocations and possible connections for a total of $360,000, and then $899,400. This was presented twice to the city council, the first time during their budget hearings in late August, and then on September the 4th, where they adopted the resolution that brought us to this point. I'll be happy to answer any questions, and our president, John Reichert, is with us as well.
So any questions for Mr. Underwood or Mr. Weichart from anyone present?
Jeff, could you go in a little more as to what, the owner's rep is? I don't quite know what that means.
Yeah, they represent us. They're basically the staff on the construction and design phase of it. So they schedule all the meetings with Well Brothers, who is the constructor, as well as Schmidt, who is our architect. And they manage that process as we go through design, making sure that all of the steps are followed, working with the city on scheduling meetings of planning and engineering, with utilities, and any other outside groups that we would need design approval for. And then they'll actually be managing and representing the CIB during construction. So typically we have bi-weekly construction meetings and those kinds of things, so make sure everything gets followed correctly.
Right, super, thank you.
Anybody else with a question for Mr. Weichart or Mr. Underwood? I guess real quick, we should, I'll just read the item. The city of Bloomington adopted resolution 24-17 on September 4th, 2024. I was not actually at that meeting. But this commission must make a written recommendation regarding capital improvement board's proposed 2025 budget that is to be funded from the city of Bloomington's portion of the food and beverage tax. And we have until October 1st to do that, but I think that's why we're here today. So does someone want to make a motion to make a positive recommendation of the proposed CIB budget? Is that what we should do?
So moved.
We have a second?
Second.
Second, so we'll say all in favor, say aye.
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 We should-
Oh, sorry.
I'm Molly, the county
Oh,
attorney.
yeah, thank you.
We have to do a roll call vote because Ms. Thomas is virtual.
Ah,
And we should
okay.
ask,
Well,
and we should ask for public comment, yes.
public, yeah, I just looked across this room at Mr. Askins and he had a disgusted look on his face, and so I thought maybe we should ask if there's public comment.
Fair, that is my natural.
Let the minutes reflect.
So any public comments before we actually take a roll call vote on this? Seeing none, Wally, would you like to?
I can do the roll
You
call.
do the roll
Yeah,
call?
that's what I'm here for. I believe we say counselor or commission member Bell, whichever. Commission member Bell,
I would vote in favor.
okay. Commission member Bush.
Favor.
Commission member Knapp.
Yes.
We will move on past Munson. Commission member Ruff, or Commission Chair Ruff.
That's an aye from me.
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes,
and then Commission member Cassidy.
Yes.
Motion passed 6-0.
Yeah, thank everyone for that. We're-
What I'm gonna do is quickly prepare a resolution so that everyone can sign it before, because the city resolution requires it to be a written recommendation, so.
All you've got is here. And,
I'm gonna
yeah.
grab one right now.
All right, so we'll try not to distract you with other
Okay.
business. So the next item, annual FAPTAC recommendations report. Anyone here to sort of talk about that?
I can,
There you go.
yep. you're
Sorry.
good. So this comes from ordinance 2024-14 that the county council adopted after the food and beverage tax code was amended last year. And what it requires, or what it requests, is that, so the statute requires the executive of each body, the city and the county, to file a report by December 1st of each year that includes the proposed use of the funds for the upcoming year, the detailed use of the funds from the prior calendar year, and the fund balance as of January 1st. And in the county's ordinance, it requests that the advisory commissioner, FABTAC, make a annual recommendation report outlining to the city and the county, and you have until October 31st, what you would like to see included in that annual plan that the executives submit on December 1st. So it's really, what would you like FABTAC to be used for next year?
And we've got until October 31st to.
Correct. It's
deal
no
with
later
this
than
item.
October 1st.
So what do you suggest that the commission do right now with this item?
I think it was put on here kind of to put it on your radar. See if you have any general thoughts on what recommendations should be included in the report, and then we can always revisit it.
Thank you. So does anyone have any ideas, input, suggestions, requests for this item right now at this point? You know, we have another month and 5 weeks to dispense with the item.
I think what we had last year would work for the coming year.
And did that just reiterate the CIB budget essentially?
It did, and we have the potential to do a bit of work on the quarry property for the county side.
Which I'm not sure what, I mean, what's the county side and what
Well,
was that?
the county food and beverage.
Right, so what was that
dollars.
proposal? What was that going to? I didn't get that.
Tourism.
The county has a quarry park that's out,
North of town, on
Yeah.
Arlington Road.
I keep wanting to say North Park, but I'm not saying it currently. And so last year, the report just said that the funding would be used to support tourism and the development of the quarry park.
Oh,
Where is last year's report?
Yes, that's my question.
Last year, the advisory commission didn't make a recommendation because the code changed and the code doesn't require FabTech to make that recommendation, but the executives wanted to include that. So last year, the executives filed their report in December without a recommendation from FabTech, but it was
I see.
included this year.
Other comments or questions or?
Well, so I see a part of my presence here really being like what's going on with the county portion, because the city portion is very well dedicated and totally supporting of the purpose for all that. So I'm here to say, hey, amen to everything you're doing for the city portion. But what I kind of want to be is involve a little bit of input on what could be used for the county portion. And so I just got informed it goes to something that I do I need aware of, which is the Quarry Park. But I've got all kinds of thoughts of what could happen to help tourism and the restaurants and, facilities that are in the county. So I don't know when that input could be of service, but whatever that is, just let me know.
My question is, so is there a similar resolution as we have that spells out the dedication towards the convention center as to what is dedicated for on the county side too? Because it's very clear with this resolution attached to the agenda what this has been dedicated on the city side, but I haven't seen something similar on the county side.
Right.
Molly, you tuned into this part of the discussion?
Yeah, I think that would be the county's plan that was filed in December, and I can try to find a copy of it. But I'm not sure that I will be able to find one, but I can ask Jeff Cockrell in our office and send it to everyone after today's meeting.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Some other information to look at.
And Julie, you know a lot about the quarry project, right?
Right, we have a number of acres of property owned by the county that is in what's proposed to be a development that's going to have to be fully created and vetted, and but one of the things that occurred, of course, is that we have a proposed jail site, and things are we're on hold, and hopefully we'll get that group. There's a group of folks who have been interested. At least we'll have an initial meeting, hopefully before the end of October. So I'm going to get on that. I just wanted to wait to see what was going to happen with the proposed jail site.
Thanks, Julie. Any other questions or comments from members or the public at this point? Seeing none, there's no formal action, Holly, that we would take on item 5 at this point.
Correct. I think what I would advise is maybe to send a doodle poll or schedule a secondary meeting to further develop what you would like in those recommendations that will go to both executives by October 31st.
Okay. Looks like there are some minutes to approve from April 26th and July 22nd of this year.
I do have those present.
They were in an email that got sent, because
It was within
yeah,
that packet,
yeah,
yeah.
packet, yeah.
I wasn't able to access that packet.
Okay, I apologize. I can retry and send that. We did have to amend that this morning and
I saw the agenda, but not any of the other attachments and minutes.
okay. Let me look
That
into
got
that.
resent.
Thank you for letting me know.
So then maybe we might want to wait, since we have members who might want to check those minutes. Maybe we put this off until the next meeting.
Yes, which I have to apologize. I am not too in the know with these items. This isn't a usual board that I work with, but I do know that Miss Courtney has this on her mind and on her plate. She's just out right now at a convention. So when she returns, I know she was planning on getting back together and seeing if there's another time that we could convene and have that meeting for you guys to discuss before October 31st.
Well, you see the problem with, delaying of minute approval
No, sir.
and kind of getting late into the year, but, all right. So, that was our last item of business. No one else has a general comment, or question, we can entertain adjournment.
Move.
We're adjourned.
We are adjourned.